find that page in our notes packet. It should be 4-6. Should be the one of the last pages in your packet. So kind of flip to the back and look for 4-6, mixed numbers and improper fractions. So before we begin our actual lesson, what I would like to do is to remind us what improper fractions are and what mixed numbers are. If you're hearing that bell in the background, that means you guys are just starting 9th period today. So remember, improper fractions are fractions in which the numerator, that's the top number, is larger than the denominator. That is the bottom number. So an example of an improper fraction might be something like 31 over 12, because again, the top number, the numerator, is bigger than my bottom number of the denominator. So it's whenever the top number is bigger than the bottom number. Other than that, we also have what mixed numbers are. Remember, mixed numbers include both a whole number and a fraction. So if I had something like 5 and 3/9, this would be a mixed number because I have the whole number here and I also have the fraction. So improper fractions, top number is bigger than the small number, mixed numbers, whole number, and a fraction. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to learn how to take our improper fractions and turn them into mixed numbers, and our mixed numbers into improper fractions. You'll notice I've already written the notes for you, so we can just follow along and do some examples with me. So when I'm changing to an improper fraction, a mixed number can be changed to an improper fraction by multiplying the denominator by the whole number. So we're going to take the whole number, which is the 5, and we multiply it times the 6, and then you add that to the numerator. That becomes your new numerator, and then you put it over the original denominator of the 6. So if you watch my screen here, I have 5 and 3/6, and what's going to happen is I'm going to go through the steps of how to change this into improper fraction. So let's write down 5 and 3/6 on our paper at the top next to where the steps are. So 5 and 3/6, write that down. And what we do is we do 5 times 6. So you will do the whole number times the denominator. So 5 times 6 is 30. And then you have to add the top number, which is 3. So I get 30 plus 3 equals 33. That's again my new numerator. I put that over my original denominator of 6. So I changed 5 and 3/6 into 33 over 6, which again is an improper fraction because my top number is bigger than my bottom number. Let's do one more example on this on our notes packet. So step 1, let's write the mixed number 2 and 3/4. So on your notes paper, write down 2 and 3/4. Okay. Step 2, multiply the denominator by the whole number. The word and got cut off there, but it says and then add the denominator. So in 2 and 3/4, I'm going to multiply 2 times 4 equals 8. And then again, I add the top number. So 8 plus 3 equals 11. I put the resulting number over the original denominator to produce the improper fraction. So my original denominator was 4. So I'm going to put 4 as my denominator here. That's again how you change your mixed numbers into improper fractions. Now we're going to learn how to do it the other way. So what I'd like you to do is look at the bottom half of your paper now. It talks about how to change an improper fraction to a mixed number. What you do is you divide the numerator by the denominator, and you put the remainder over the denominator. So let's talk about exactly what this means. So what I want to do is I want to rewrite this as a long division problem. We know that this line right here in the middle means to divide. However, we're not going to use our calculator for this. We actually want to do the long division. So what I want to do, because if I use my calculator, I'd get a decimal answer, and that's not what the problem is asking. It's asking us to write this as a mixed number. So what I want to do is the top number always goes inside the house. No matter if it's bigger or smaller, the top number always goes in the house. That's our dividend. Our bottom number is our divisor, and that goes outside of the house. So this is 31 divided by 6. So I'm going to see how many times can 6 go into 31. It can go into it 5 times. 6 times 5 is 30. 31 minus 30 is 1. So what you do from here is you start up at top and you go around clockwise like you would with a clock. So this tells me I have 5 is my whole number, 1 left over is my numerator, and 6 is always going to stay my denominator. So again, you start up at top and you circle around to get 5 and 1 6. Let's try one more of these just to make sure we're getting this. Again, if you aren't understanding this, we'll practice more in class on Monday. Okay, so step 1, let's write down the improper fraction of 8/5 in our notes right now. So let's write down 8/5. That's an improper fraction because the bigger top number is bigger. So we want to divide the numerator by the denominator. So what I want to do is I want to make my long division box. Top number goes in because it's the dividend. Bottom number goes out because it's the divisor. How many times can 5 go into 8? 5 can go in 8 once. I'm going to subtract my 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. So I take my number at top, that becomes my whole number. Then I circle around to figure out what my fraction is. So this tells me it's 1 3/5 for my mixed number. Let's check and see. My denominator started a 5 and my denominator ends a 5. That's a good sign that I did something right if my denominators end up being the same. So that's how we change improper fractions to mixed numbers. I hope you have a terrific weekend. See you all on Monday.